as we're speaking on the chart of Bitcoin. In fact, Bitcoin has just seen a sudden bounce today, and I want to show you what this bounce on Bitcoin could potentially mean. And of course, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about this recent poll from CNBC and what this could mean as well. So all that to come in this video in just a few moments. Before I talk about that though, I do want to share with you something much more important, which is this. What is the purpose of analyzing the markets, and what are we trying to achieve in this video? And guys, if you can understand what I'm going to share with you in this section of the video, this will put you way ahead of everybody else out there, because most people out there do not understand this. You see guys, our job when we analyze the markets, analyze the price, is to do something that actually many historians do in their job as well. I want to play you a very quick clip by one of my favorite historians. His name is Reza Aslan. He's an absolute genius, and I gotta tell you, every time I listen to one of Reza's lectures, it completely blows my mind. Listen to what he says here in this very quick clip I'm gonna play for you, and it's absolutely important and relevant to what I'm gonna share with you in this video.
In a sense, what faith is concerned with is what is possible, whereas history is interested in what is likely. So to give you an example of this, is it possible that Jesus, unlike 98% of his fellow Jews, could read and write? Yeah, it's possible. Is it likely? No. No, it's not likely. Is it possible that Jesus, when he said, "I am the Messiah," meant not what Messiah meant to every other Jew in the first century, but meant something completely new, that he meant that he was God incarnate? Yeah, it's possible. Is it likely? No, it's not likely. And the job of the historian is to say what is likely. The job of faith is to say what is possible. And there doesn't need to necessarily be a conflict between the two.
All right, guys, so what Reza just said there in that video is absolutely relevant and important to how we as traders and students of the market analyze and view the markets. You see, our job as traders and analysts of the market is not to tell you what is possible, because anything is possible. Our job is to tell you what is likely. For example, in my previous video, I showed you that one of the top searches in Google is Bitcoin dead? Apparently, the majority of people out there think that Bitcoin is dead. It's gone. Now, is it possible that the majority of people out there are correct that Bitcoin is indeed dead? Yes, it's possible. But is it likely? No. Is it possible that Bitcoin is going to go to $20,000 by next week, within 7 days? Yes, it's possible. Anything is possible. But is it likely? No. Is it possible that according to a CNBC poll, Bitcoin has not bottomed? In fact, this is according to a CNBC poll that found that the majority of people out there, the dumb money in other words, think that Bitcoin has not bottomed. According to this survey, they found that 64% of people think that actually Bitcoin is going to go lower, and in fact, it's not bottomed at all. Now, is it possible that the majority of people out there, the dumb money, are correct? Yes, it is possible. But is it likely? No. In fact, one thing that has been consistently proven to be true is that the dumb money is usually on the wrong side of the market, especially at the market turns. So guys, remember, as Professor Aslan or as Reza was saying in that video clip, yes, anything is possible, but a lot of what is possible, you have to accept on faith, not based on evidence or facts. It's the same thing when you look at the markets. My job here is to show you what is likely, what is probable, not what is possible. No, that is not what I'm saying here at all. Anything is possible. Of course, Bitcoin can possibly go up, possibly go down. But what I'm trying to show you here is what is probable, what is likely to happen. So let's talk about what is likely to happen here. Now, take a look at this. Just in the last few hours, I would say probably in the last overnight, in fact, what's happened is that Bitcoin came down to a very key level and has bounced from that level, as you will see right over here, okay, by that green bar that you see there. Now, is that significant? It could be. Let me show you why. Because if we do a Fibonacci analysis, and by the way, for those of you who don't know what Fibonacci is, I'll quickly explain that in a few moments. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm grabbing the Fibonacci tool, drawing from the left, bottom left there, and then to the top right. Okay, and you will see this is the 61.8%. As you can see, that's a 61.8% Fibonacci level. As you will see here, guys, what's happened is this drop that we've seen in the last few days, this drop, has come down. In fact, this has been a 61.8% retrace. Okay, so this level you see, let me just draw a line here as well. So what you'll see here, guys, is that Bitcoin has come down to the 61.8% fib level. And that is a key level. You can see it's held it. In fact, Bitcoin managed to hold this level and bounce strongly off that level, a 61.8% Fibonacci level. Now, let me just give you a few examples of this. Take a look at this chart of Bitcoin in September of last year. Now, notice that from July to August, September of last year, Bitcoin had a very nice rally, nice move up, and then it retraced, look at this, it retraced exactly 61.8% off that rally. Let me just show you the next chart, as you will see here. There it is. So essentially what Bitcoin did here, it came down to the 61.8% Fibonacci support level. And again, for those of you not familiar with this level, this is a key level on the charts. The number 61.8 is not arbitrary. In fact, mathematicians and many scientists have discovered that this particular sequence, this particular number, 61.8%, is what's called the golden ratio, because it happens across many other things in nature. So this number, 61.8%, is not arbitrary, it is significant, and usually when price comes at a 61.8% Fib level, Fibonacci level, it tends to hold it and then bounce from that level, as you can see right there. Let me show another example. Here's another perfect example for you. This is in December of 2017. As you may remember, that sudden crash that we experienced near Christmas time in December of last year. Look at this. So Bitcoin goes from about 6,000 to 20,000, okay? And then look at this sudden drop that occurred in December of last year. That was a 61.8% Fibonacci drop. In fact, it held a 61.8% level and then bounced off that level. In fact, bounced very strongly off that level. Now, of course, it is true that Bitcoin then dropped below that level, but what is significant, what is absolutely significant, is that 61.8% level held Bitcoin, and we managed to see a very strong bounce off of that level. That is significant. What is important to appreciate is that this key level, a 61.8% level, it does usually hold Bitcoin, and in fact other markets too. So again, let's take a look at this. This was the rally we had from the 29th of June, from the end of June to mid or the 10th of July, okay? And there's our drop. And again, notice it held a 61.8% Fib level. There it is right there, as you can see, okay? And as you will see here, it's bounced off that level very strongly, in fact, by this reversal candle bar that you see right there, okay? Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. It is nice to see something like that happening, and certainly it could open the door. It could open the door to further gains for Bitcoin to rally higher. But for that to happen, and again, we've got to distinguish between what is possible and what is likely. In order for the 61.8% Fibonacci level to hold and for us to see a rally higher, what must also happen is that Bitcoin must not fall below the lows that have formed here. The lows were about 60.50. Okay, so 6,050. That 6,050 level there must hold. In any case, Bitcoin must not fall below 6,000. Okay, because if it falls below 6,000, okay, let me just show you what I mean. If Bitcoin were to drop and fall below 6,000, the probability, in other words, what is likely to happen, is that Bitcoin will fall much lower, quite probably to the lows we formed back in June. In fact, to the 5,700 levels there, okay? And quite probably we might even break through that level as well. All right, guys, so bottom line is this. Bitcoin, for now, is holding the 61.8% Fibonacci level. That's a good sign. What needs to happen now is more follow-through. We need to see follow-through and more strength coming through in the days ahead towards 6,500. If we don't see any follow-through, if we don't see any more strength coming through in the Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin falls below this low that it formed here, right below the 61.8% level here, then if that happens, then just like a historian would say, well, what is likely, not what is possible, we would have to say, look, it's possible that Bitcoin could still go up, but the likelihood is lower, and if Bitcoin falls below that level, falls below these lows, then the higher likelihood, the higher probability is towards further selling towards the June lows, 5,700, maybe even much lower than that. All right, guys, so keep an eye on this. Very important scenario, and I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Again, remember, our job in these videos is to tell you not what is possible, but what is probable, what is likely. And just in case anyone out there does not like probabilities, does not like what is likely, but they want certainties, guys, again, as I've said this before, if you are looking for certainties and not probabilities, then I suggest you find a different career than investing or trading. I suggest a career maybe in accounting, where you're going to find certainties. All right, guys, hope this video has helped. And if it has, please give it a thumbs up. And also, please remember to subscribe to our videos for future updates as well. Thanks very much indeed. Bye for now.